Alright, good afternoon everybody. I guess Toyota definitely done it this time. So, yep, Toyota known for a long line of reliability. So here I am just walking up to this Tacoma. This is an SR5. Let's see what it has. It's got, the turbocharged, $43,000. I'm not going to get into all the details, but when they switched to the turbocharged, I guess a lot of people, didn't like that. So I don't know how long this is going to sit. And, over here we have a 4Runner. 2019, that's still here. Now, this might have been a trade-in. I don't know. So let's go over here. So we got 2021s, 2023s, 24s, 2019s. And this is just crazy. Let's see what they're... Okay, $23K for that one. Okay, not terrible, not terrible. So these are all as... Okay, this is all pre-owned, so this is probably the used vehicle lot. So these are probably all trade-ons, but look at the money that they're asking for some of these. Let me get out of here and just approach some of these guys up here, Here I am coming across a Trail Hunter Tacoma. Alright, let's see what this guy has. So, Trail Hunter, we know what it is. Go for a double cab. Hybrid powertrain. $66K for that. Alright. So here I am just migrating over here. Let's see what we got going on here. So over here, who the heck is actually buying this stuff? So let me check out this Tundra here. I stand corrected, Tacoma. I know, you can hardly tell the difference. Okay, TRD Sport, turbocharged automatic, $54,000. Like, who the heck is actually willing to shell out this kind of money for that? Another Tacoma. And look at how big they've gotten. And these are, what are these, 2024, 2025s? Let me check. Let me look at this one. Okay, this one is a, doesn't say what year it is, but $55,000. $55,000. So I'm not even seeing the years for these. I suspect they're 2025s. But you see my point. You see where I'm going with this? Limited. Toyota Tacoma Limited. $54,000. It's a 20. Yeah, so these are 2025s. But look at the prices they're charging. Prius. $40,000. And that's a commuter car. Is that a hybrid powertrain? Hybrid all-wheel drive system. No, it looks like it's just a regular drivetrain. $40,000 for a fucking Prius. Alright, I'm going to go over here, check out these RAV4s. These should be, deemed affordable. I'm going to try to look for a petrol one. Okay, this is a pre-owned. 2023. 30K. Alright, so that's not terrible. Siennas, I'm not going to bother with those because they're all hybrid. But you see my point. All these things are friggin' crazy expensive. And not as reliable as some of their ancestors. This is, okay, actually all-wheel drive is a RAV4. I think it's a petrol, not a hybrid. Let me just see what it is. As is, no warrant, 2022. Okay, $31,000 for a 2022. Alright. Now, I'm not really seeing any new RAV4s. So we've got 2024s over here. I'm not sure if these are used or not. I think this is still the used vehicle lot. Let me go take a look at this 2021 Tacoma over here. See what they're asking for that. And the other thing, the Tacoma, you can't even get in the manual now. They're all automatics. In fact, okay, I'm going to skip the 2017. I'm going to look at this 2021 here. See what they're asking for this. pre-owned vehicle. $40,000 and it's 4 years old. Alright, let me take a look at this 4Runner here. If I can fit in between 2023. I don't know if this was certified. Okay, not certified. $45,000 for that. I mean, this is ridiculous. You know, people are getting price out of buying cars now. I mean, obviously, not everybody's going to need a 4Runner or RAV4 or hell, even a Tacoma. But you get my point. That Tacoma was much smaller than that. And I'm guessing I'm at the used car lot, but you can see the prices they're asking for some of these. Anyhow, if I were to need a Tacoma, I would have rather got that one than some of the new ones up there. Anyhow, before I leave, I'm just going to check out some of these Tundras. A 2024 Tundra. Let me see if it's a pre-owned or if it's, the marketing is a pre-owned. 4,000 miles, $60,000. Was it actually purchased and then traded in right away? I highly doubt it with that low miles on that thing. I highly, highly doubt it. 2023. This one might have been a trade-in. Hybrid, $60,000, and it's a fucking hybrid. You can't make this shit up. Anyhow, that just about does it for this video. Let me know what you think of this, dude. You think that Toyota let people down by switching up their power plants? Or are you really into that? Let me know what you think. I'll talk to you.